What do you do if your videos look kind of like this? You got nowhere to shoot and you live in an apartment for the first time in 35 years. I've got some ideas. What's up guys, Trevor here, Hollywood editor turned full-time realtor and YouTuber. On this channel, I teach you to make better videos because when I became a real estate agent, I noticed that the videos that real estate agents were putting out to promote themselves weren't so great, so I thought I'd help. To make sure you don't miss out on future content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there and whack the bell. Also hit the like button because, dude, I really need it for my self-esteem. You may have noticed that I'm not sitting at my normal background, and if you saw my last video, which is linked right up there, I think, the background's gone forever. Leland and I just moved out of our place, and there's a lot of things changing. The short version is, we're in an apartment right now, gonna be in an RV, living the RV life for a while, and then we've got a place we're building in Oregon. But for now, I don't have a set shoot space. A lot of you may be in the same situation where you think you don't have a great place to shoot, you don't have a big space for a permanent studio, and you might not know what to do. I've got some ideas for you. Some basic tips that are gonna help you shoot no matter where you live, no matter what your options are, and also what to do during this pandemic, during the COVID-19 thing. It seems like maybe there's less opportunity, less places to shoot, less things available, but there is still stuff you can do. Let me give you some ideas. One thing you can do is just go outside in your neighborhood. If you're in an apartment, in your apartment complex, you're gonna find spaces you can shoot. Yeah, I know the pandemic's going on and social distancing, but look around. There is nobody around me. Nobody is outside. There are plenty of places you can go outside. Be smart, bring your sanitizer, wash your hands, don't touch things, but shoot outside. Simply set your camera up on a tripod and try different backgrounds. One tip I've shared a bunch of times, but if you don't know, where is it gonna look best, just simply pick it up and move it around and look at yourself in the camera and go, where does it look best? Trash can, nope. Fence, ugly, nope. There's a pole growing out of my head, nope. And then go, wait, if I go over here, the light's kind of better, there's no pole growing out of my head, and hey, that spot's, that's not terrible, right? I'm even framed, right? You got kind of blue skies, and I need a haircut because I can't get a haircut, but you make do with what you got. You have a ton of options available to you outside within walking distance of wherever you live, I promise. It's just a matter of setting up the camera and trying a few things out. Go, that looks good. One tip that's gonna make your videos look a little bit better is to create as much separation between you and the background as possible, because like right now I've got that background that's really far away and it's separated and it's a tiny bit blurry, so I stand out a little bit more. So if you're just pegged up against a wall, it's not gonna look as good as if you have some depth to your video. Right now I'm just leaning up against a wall, and this is what I would not do because it's boring. The wall is right there, there's no separation, there's no depth. So don't just get super close to a wall, do something else where you've got depth. Another thing you can do to make your videos a little bit more fun is to put your camera on a tripod, put it somewhere and walk up to it to create a little bit more motion, a little more action, to make it more interesting. Now, right now my camera is on a Joby GorillaPod. I've got a mirrorless camera, and it's mounted on the Joby GorillaPod, and I've wrapped it around a pole that's holding a tree up. They make tripods for your cell phones as well for like 10 bucks. There's a link for one of those down below, or if you have a bigger camera like I have, the Joby GorillaPod is great. You can mount your camera virtually anywhere and use that to hold your camera like this and walk around with it, another great thing to do, or to mount it anywhere and just walk up to it. You want to change it up. Sometimes you want to be walking and talking like this, makes it fun, people can see where you live, what your life is like, and sometimes you just want to set the camera down for a locked off shot so people don't get dizzy. Sometimes you really can't record outside where you want to record because, let me show you what's happening. That is right across the street from my new apartment complex, and it's loud. But there's some ways around it. Number one, you could go inside, and I'll show you that in a second. And number two, just make sure you got a shotgun mic like this one up here. And now that I'm pointing the mic at my mouth and not at the cement mixer, it's not too bad because the shotgun mic is directional. It'll kind of cut out the noise that it's not pointed at. Sometimes the lighting is not great. And here's one tip I've shared before. If you are near shade, get just inside the shade, and then suddenly, look at this. Beautiful, perfect lighting in a very boring background. In fact, this is a garage I found open. Don't know if anybody's living here, but look how great this lighting is. Just inside the shade, because out there, is some hazy sunshine, but if you're just inside the shade, the light looks amazing. So that's a tip you don't want to forget. Yes, it's for sure easier if you do the shoot in one location for the entire shoot, and you should probably do that a lot of the time because you're gonna be able to bust out more videos. But now when you've got more downtime during this whole coronavirus, COVID-19 thing, go ahead and change it up. Shoot one video in multiple locations and be a little bit creative. Right now I'm in this wishing well recreation right here, just to add a little more interest to the video. Look, it's not always gonna be possible to have perfect conditions, perfect lighting, and perfect audio. Right now, the lighting is kind of cruddy. I'm shooting in the middle of the day, which is the exact wrong time to shoot. There's a cement mixer cranking across the street. You can probably hear this fountain in the background. You just make do with what you have. The aesthetic quality of your video is so much less important than the content. Like right now, I've been researching RVs lately. Leland and I need to buy an RV pretty soon, so I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos. Here's an RV. Should I buy this one? I don't think so, because I need a bunkhouse. I learned what a bunkhouse is. That's like the second bedroom. Now I'm in a trailer with a bunkhouse. Look at this. This would be for Kaylin. She have her whole world back here. Kitchen, hangout, TV up here. And in here, we got the master. This would almost work, but I'm not getting this one. I need a little more space. I do have a favor to ask of all of you, as I found a dealership that's open right here. What's the best RV to get if you're looking for a bunkhouse? I want a 34 to 36 foot fifth wheel like that, and it's got to have a bunkhouse. And I understand that you should probably get a popular one because I'll be able to sell it, and I'll probably be selling it after 6 months or a year. So what do you think the best one is? Because I don't know a thing about RVs, I'm just learning. Post in the comments below if you've got any ideas for me. There are channels with 10, 20, 30 times more subscribers than I have on mine that have really average video quality. They don't have B-roll, they're just lockdown shots with marginal lighting and okay sound, or you don't even see the people on camera. And they've got tons of views, tons of subscribers, because it is content that people want to watch. So don't get overly hung up with making your videos perfect. I mean, these are tips that are gonna help make your videos look better, which is great, and I think you should totally do what you can, but don't stress out about it is what I'm saying. It's the content is a million times more important than how pretty your videos look. I would totally encourage you to explore your surroundings, because there are probably places we've never even thought you could shoot that would actually make really good shooting spaces. Like, look at this. I got a fountain here, an apartment complex. Who knew? There is one thing I feel that needs to be addressed. When I start making these videos, I'm passionate, I'm excited, and my voice gets all kind of high. And I do have one fan for this YouTube channel, and that is my mom. I think she watches my videos when she's able to find them. She's not super tech savvy, but sometimes she finds them, she watches them, and she says that her only complaint about, I guess, one of my last videos was that my voice gets too high. She's like, Trevor, you gotta use your deep voice, your manly voice. So it's probably not gonna, sorry Mom, I'll try to use that voice, Mom. When we chose this apartment complex, we were pretty excited about this room. This is a little community center, rec center, and I was planning on working in here, but turns out because of COVID-19, we are unable to use this facility. When we were here, like nobody was in there, I was figured, dude, I've got this massive office all to myself. No such luck, I gotta do other things. I'm not gonna lie, I was also pretty excited about having a Concept 2 rower right down the hall from me so I could do CrossFit, but the gym also closed. Bummer. Dude, apartments have gotten a lot more fancy since the last time I was in an apartment. Look at this mailroom. You see this? It's got all these doors that'll pop open automatically. You type in your code there when you get a package, and then boom. By the way, do you notice how great the light looks in here? I'm inside a mailroom, but I'm in front of a window, so you get really great, sweet light if you just stand like in front of a window. You know, you can adjust your distance to kind of see what looks best, find the sweet spot, and boom, beautiful lighting, even in a mailroom. Another option is to just mount your GoPro in your car and start driving. There's a few reasons this is awesome. Number one, nobody's gonna interrupt you if you've got this thing turned off. Number two, it gives you something useful to do while driving. Number three, the lighting's pretty great. Is it good? Yeah, lighting's pretty great. You got a nice window with light just kind of evenly diffused in here. Number four, the audio is probably not too bad. I'm just using the built-in mic on the GoPro, and it probably sounds totally fine. With the camera mounted to my windshield and all set up before I start driving, I hit go before I start driving. It's a piece of cake. It's totally safe. I'm not distracted by the GoPro. I don't have to touch it, not do anything until I pull over. It looks like this. I'm at a complete stop right now. So that's all it is. GoPro mounted on the window and it's recording me. Oh, hey mom, the one person watching this, could you hit that like button? Mom, the like button is that thumb thing on the bottom. I would appreciate my mom probably doesn't know how to hit like on YouTube. So since she doesn't know how, would you guys go ahead and hit like for me so I'm gonna make a commitment to you guys right now. If you smash that like button and I get 100 likes on this video, I promise not to start drinking. I've got a ton of videos that will help you level up your video game on this channel, whether you're a realtor or other entrepreneur trying to grow your business with video. But if you really want to next level it, you really check out my free webinar at videosecretswebinar.com or videosecretswebinar.com, and you're gonna dig it. There is yet another option for creating video content in your car, and that is to simply point the camera out your windshield while you're driving and talk. And you might think, oh, that's boring, but you know what? It's probably more interesting than you just sitting at your desk. In fact, there's a new channel I follow. This guy is an RV guy, and most of the videos I've watched of his, it's just him talking while his camera is pointed out the windshield, and it makes it kind of interesting and watchable. So it's just one more way you can make your videos a little more interesting without having to spend any money on anything except, you know, 10 bucks on a mount for your GoPro or your iPhone. One thing I do suggest is that you speak kind of loudly so that depending on where the mic is located on your camera, it's gonna pick you up and it's gonna sound good. You're gonna override any of the background noise of the road or air conditioning and stuff like that. You might wanna turn your air conditioning off. But hey, check out this section of, I think I'm in Oxnard still. I'm in my new place and I don't know this section of town at all, and now you're getting to know it with me. When you get back from your outdoor shoot, make sure you wash your hands because, you know, COVID-19. Happy birthday to you. I just recorded a webinar for somebody right from here. I'm in my apartment, in my bedroom / office, and I'm just using this. I got a little light against the wall here, got my desk here. I didn't have to do much. I just threw some plants back there so it was slightly less boring. But it doesn't take much to make a decent set. Super simple, right? By the way, you want to see how let me show you how I live apartment life in this tiny room that is like smaller than my old office. Is now my master bedroom, the only bedroom in this apartment, and it's also my office. My life's an open book, man. Here's the workspace. Got my 3 monitors, my MacBook Pro, and that desk, that's a collapsible desk. I did bring my big old chair, which probably won't fit in the RV. And are we zoomed out all the way? Yes, we are. And this is my whole bedroom, right? We started off with an inflatable mattress, but it had a hole in it. I patched it, but it was still super uncomfortable. We ended up buying one of those roll-up ones online for now. And our expensive king mattress is now sitting in storage in fact, we finally just got a king, split king, adjustable. It was like $6 grand, sitting in storage in Oregon right now. And out there, let's adjust this a little bit. See that lady out there? Whoa, it's tilty right there. It is. See that lady, you know what she's doing? She's on the phone with a client in the courtyard, right? Working, making money still. And here's the rest of our room. Just lighting again, boom, boom, boom. Right? That's it. There's the one bathroom for all 3 of us. That's my space, man. So what could I do to make this shoot space a little better? Let's try something. How's this? Not perfect, but just thought I'd try something to see if I could create a set out of the stuff I have in my apartment with 95% of my stuff in a different state. I think it looks okay. Don't think I'd use it for a full-time set, but if you're just a little creative, even without Leela's help, if it was Leela helping me, it'd be a lot cooler. We'd hang stuff on the wall and probably use that wooden ladder that the movers forgot to take out of the moving truck. But there's stuff you can do no matter where you are. Let's talk about framing real quickly. This video is framed pretty well. I've got stuff on the left, I got Leela on the right. She doesn't have to be perfectly centered like this, although that would also be acceptable. Here's what's not acceptable and what a lot of people do. Doesn't matter what camera you have, you don't want to do this. See people like they stick their face like right in the middle, or even worse, at the bottom of the frame down here. And I know you think, oh, that's silly. Dude, look at most videos and their head is like right dead center. Now because it's so tight, dead center is not that bad. But what you really want to do is just get rid of the space at the top. And if you've got something to offset it, have it off to one side. It's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And if you don't have stuff to offset it, like I do in this image, you could just go like that and have it centered, but have the head near the top of the frame like that, and it looks a million times better. It also helps if you have a super hot wife to use in your videos. Thanks, wife.
Welcome, husband. It also helps if you listen to your wife, because this set is brought to you courtesy of the wife that said bring plants and the chairs we're sitting in.
That's true. One reason this apartment set kind of works is because I've got the background a few feet away from me. It's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet in the background, so there's a little bit of separation between me and the set, and that's something that makes images a little more visually appealing, that bokeh, that depth of field. And I did cheat a little bit. I threw another lens on here. I threw a 25mm lens, which is a 50mm equivalent on a full frame camera, if you care. And I stopped it way down to 1.7 so that the background is blown out. If that blows your mind, don't worry about it, but there's so many things you could do to very simply and inexpensively make your set look better. By the way, this is done with just one LED light. I got a link for it down below if you care. It doesn't matter which one, but you don't need a lot of light. You don't need a lot of equipment. Whatever you have is adequate to create an awesome set with decent lighting and decent sound if you follow some of the tips I have in this and other videos. Remember to check out my free webinar at videosecretswebinar.com, where I teach you to level up your video game so your business can explode. Also, if you're thinking of leveling up your gear, if you want to go past what your phone can do or your basic camera can do, I've got a playlist up here with ideas for camera and gear. Please hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss out on future content. And see, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes, and smash that like button right now for my self-esteem. I can't wait to see the awesome video content you create while on lockdown.